Hello everybody, it's Mick from Bushcraft. In today's video I'm going to be showing you my new, my do-it-yourself Kydex press. I wanted to put together a press on a budget because that's what I'm dealing with. I'm on a budget, so I've got to make do with what I've got. Kydex is something that I've recently got interested in due to the fact that I'll shortly be receiving a handmade bushcraft knife courtesy of Sandy, the Jacklaw, which I'm really looking forward to. But what I wanted to do is make my own sheath using Kydex. So I've been on YouTube, I've had a look around, see what people are doing. You can spend quite a lot of money on Kydex presses and all the various kit that goes with it. It's not something I can afford, so I've tried to put together a little press like this that allows me to make one-off Kydex sheaths and maybe do a few more after that. And once I get into it and I've practiced a bit more, maybe I can progress to the better kit. But if it works, then I'm going to stick with it. So what we'll do now is we'll just go through the setup of this press and how I'll put it together. Right, there's two different ways of putting a press together. There's the hinge method, which is what I'm using, which is the more straightforward method. But there's also there's a method where you can have little brackets at the back there, and then this particular part there's two pins that go in, and rather than it being hinged, it presses that way rather than hinging. That way is better. That is the better way of doing it, because your compression is down rather than like that, because when it's pressing like that you're getting more pressure here and not as much pressure here. But if you bring the Kydex project further this way, then it shouldn't be too bad. So what I've used plywood, which is 3/4 of an inch thick. It measures 7.5 inches or 19 centimeters by roughly 11 inches and 29 centimeters. I've fitted another 3/4 inch block there for strength. I've used two good strong hinges. I've got a big block of wood there, which is 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch roughly, which is about 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters, and that's 9 inches long, which is approximately 23 centimeters, and that is fitted onto this, which is an old chopping board, which is a good thick strong piece of wood, which was perfect for what I needed. Now you could screw the hinges into there, but for strength what I've done is I've bolted straight through with bolts and sunk the nuts into the wood itself. And the bolts that go through this part all needs to be really strong. I've gone through again and I've used T-nuts on the back which bite into the wood for extra strength, and then I've just fitted some little rubber feet on the bottom. So that's the press. I've hinged it in such a way, I've just offset that hinge slightly so it stays in position. I don't want to be lifting it up, putting my Kydex in and it dropping down on me, so it holds itself up. So that was a little feature I put there. And I've also got the little cutout here, which just takes the actual grip. The grip just fits into the slot and clamps down and holds in place like that. It just keeps it more secure. So that's the actual physical press itself. What we'll do now is we'll move on to the foam. Okay, well, the foam itself for a proper Kydex press can be quite expensive. I was quite amazed on how pricey it was. And like I say, this is a press on a budget, so what I've done, you need some foam that's not too soft that it's not going to mould around whatever you're pressing, but it doesn't want it to be too hard that it's not going to actually indent into the foam to create the impression of whatever you're making with the Kydex. So I don't know if this is going to be any good. I'm going to give it a try, but I have seen people using a type of foam that's similar to the roll mats that you use when you're camping. This is slightly thicker. This is let's have a see, this is 2 centimeters thick, and this is basically a garden kneeling mat. They cost me £2.50, and I've got 2 of those, and I could just get enough foam just to fill underneath. I might find that there's too much, because if you see there, my press is pushing down a bit, so it may be that this foam is a bit too thick, or I might have to cut one piece down a bit so that hinges better. But I'm going to give that a try, and hopefully that'll work. Now this foam probably isn't heat resistant. It might be a little bit, but I doubt very much. So what I've done is I've purchased, oh, did I mention they were £2.50 each? Yeah, £2.50 each the mats, so really cheap. I've purchased this silicone, well, it's a baking mat really, it's a baking sheet. It's just rubber. I've got the specifications here. Withstands temperatures up to 230 degrees C, which is plenty, and non-stick finish, so that should be ideal. And what my idea is I'll put that sheet on there like that. I actually got this idea from Adam from Savage Bushcraft, Crazy Saint 222, and I think it's a good idea. I'll then put the Kydex in there, that'll flap over, foam on top, and then down with the press, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep the heat off the foam. And this, again, I got this off the well-known auction site, and it cost me, I think, less than £3 delivered. So and it came the next day, so I'm hoping that's going to be ideal. So there you go, that's basically it really. I've got the foam will go in there. I'll probably have to move it, like I say, I'm going to have to probably move it back this way a bit. Press will come down. Let's just turn that the other way around so I can, this will all be cut to size when I've had a play around. That goes in there. The clamp will go in there, and then we'll just ratchet that down as good as we can, and hopefully that'll hold enough to give me a good impression on the Kydex. And then that just comes off, out with the foam, out with the Kydex, and hopefully job's a good one. So there you go, that's my Kydex press on a budget. All in all, this garden mat I already had, this one I had to buy, so that was £2.50, that was under £3, that's £5.50. I had to buy the bolts and the cage nuts, which again were another £3, so it's under £10. I mean, you're talking £15 maximum for a Kydex press. Whether it's any good, we'll see on another video. But I just wanted to show you that there is a lot of Kydex press designs on the internet. This is one of them. I'm going to give it a try and see how we go. So I hope that was of use to you. If you're interested in creating your own Kydex press, let me know how you get on. Please comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Hopefully doing the Kydex sheath for my new jacklaw. Thanks for watching.